All right. Well, hello and welcome to Deliberately Creative. I'm Stephanie and I want to welcome you to a fun time. This is sitting in my studio. I was deciding, what am I going to do tonight to try and go live? Who knows if anybody is going to even come and watch, but I'm going to have fun no matter what. It's something I'd be doing anyway. I was playing and tried out these Arteza colored pencils on a wood slice. Oh my gosh, so fun. The only thing I did was I put a layer of some of the outdoor acrylic paint down first. That seals it, but I don't think you really needed to do that. I have colored pencils here. I have ornaments that I want to color. This is just like a glass ball, so it's sort of like my doodle gems that I was doing with fun, shiny look to it. Thank you guys for showing up. If you could just wave and say hello, that way I know that there's people there and, it's kind of fun. But look at that. Color ornament just with pencils on wood that was painted black or blue. And these are just wood slices. Why outdoor acrylic? Because that's the acrylic paint I had. I had some of the Arteza outdoor acrylic paint. You could use any paint or gesso or nothing at all because I have drawn on, let's see, I'm gonna move across here. On the back of one of these, this was just drawn right on the wood with colored pencil. So it just happened to be what I was doing, and I liked the depth of color that I got when I had the black background. There's a little bit of a difference when you're working on top of white and black. The black just gives it a little more richness. That's what I think. I'm going to grab some colored pencils here. I want some rich tones. I think some of these reds and browns. I need some lighter colors. This is a 120 count set. Expert Color Pencils by Arteza. Thank you guys. Everyone who's showing up, I appreciate you being here. I'm just grabbing all my reds and I want some greens because I'm going to put the greenery in too. And that was done right on top of the black with a little bit of white gel pen, or actually it's the white Signo Uniball UM153 white pen because that is my most favorite white. I want greens. I want maybe a couple little goldy colors. I'm just sort of shopping the bounty here. I'm going to grab the quartz white and maybe the cream also. And just because I want to spark it up a little bit, even though the red is really a deeper red, I do have some kind of pinkish tones in here along with the brown and the yellowy gold. What is that? Kind of yellow ochre. So I'm going to get these other things out of my way now. Oh, and I did test out the color pencils on some watercolor paper. And this was just really fast, just so I could get kind of a color story, but that shows you the difference working on a light color, working on a dark color. The wood slices that I've got are right here. They are 2.4 inch to 2.8 inch, so 6 to 7 centimeters in diameter. And they have a 1 centimeter profile, meaning they're about a centimeter deep. These are a nice size for hanging on a tree or for tying onto packages. They make awesome package ties because you can put a person's name on the back here and the year. Then you've given them an ornament as a gift and package tie. So you could say, Christine 2019. And then Christine gets her ornament that she has that nobody else can take that ornament because it's hers. It's got her name on it. And you can use permanent marking pens, fine line marking pens, colored pencils, all work on this. So I'm going to start off with just grabbing a color. And I think I'm going to grab the brown first. And this time I'm going to come down from the circle of the hole. The hole's right there. I'm going to come down just a little bit. And you're not going to see this really well. And it's not a perfect circle. I'm coloring with color pencil on a slightly bumpy surface. But what I wanted to do this time was go ahead and give an idea that there's a top on here also. And it's going to go off the edge. I'm not making a perfect circle. You notice this one sort of went off the edge also. I was pretending that the hanger was probably over here somewhere. This brown is a reddish brown. It is the Sienna Brown. Next, I'm going to go ahead and just grab, let's see. I'm grabbing the Carmine Red, and I'm going to go ahead and right over the top of the brown and that black. These colors do blend very nicely with each other, and on top of the black, you just get a richness. I need to not wiggle too much my table because I have a cup of coffee. Happen to want to go and buy them. I do have a coupon code for anything on Arteza. It is deliberately creative and the number 5. I'll put that in the comments below after we're done. That coupon is good through December 27th. And so if you click through my link and go to Arteza, it's an affiliate link, and I will earn a small commission if you happen to buy anything at Arteza. Oh, and Arteza did give me these colored pencils and the wood slices and the watercolor book to do review or to use in my videos, and just say that they gave them to me. So they gave them to me. I didn't get any money from them, but I did get materials. Oh, okay. My sometimes the ball will grow as you're working. But here, we're just going to quickly put color down. And this is nice to do. I can sit and do these in my lap. I don't have to do it at a desk. I don't have to get water out and paper out. And, I don't have to protect surfaces. Okay, we're going to give this just a nice layer of this Carmine Red right over the top of the black. Then I'm going to take this fruit punch, and I'm going to start laying it on the top. And look at that. That just gives us this shiny glow already, doesn't it? Just like when you're doing doodle gems or color pencil gems. I found a picture. I'm just sort of looking to get the idea of where shadows and light go. If you have any ornaments at home, you can just pull an ornament out, shine a light on it, and go, oh, the highest highlight is going to be up here. It's going to have a little bit of reflected light down lower. The dark sort of shows up in different areas. Look at that. That is already coming together. I'm going to go ahead and take the cream and put a little bit of that cream in next to that fruit punch. These are just, pretty things to do. You have to be aware of your transitions, though. You want to make sure that your transitions are smooth and that they blend together. These glass balls are shiny and very smooth, so you don't want it to end up having a hard stop and a hard stop of two colors next to each other, because glass balls don't do that. The colors, even though it looks like a hard stop here, it's actually a soft edge. And it is, it is easy and it is fun. And that's the thing I want you to see, is that you can go and have some fun quickly, easily accomplish something. So I'm going to go ahead and burnish in this white. just like that. So now we're getting that higher highlight. And it's already looking very round. I'm going to put a little bit of the white down here just to soften that color transition, but it's not, I'm not pressing hard, so really it's more burnishing the color, the doodling and coloring with these. I'm putting a little bit of a highlight that's sort of shining up right on that top edge. It's going to pull it forward. I want to go ahead and get, some more greens. Reaching around behind me. I forgot to grab some of the light greens and maybe a brighter yellow. So yes, they do have different size packages of the colored pencils. These are the Expert. I'm going to use my yellow first just to give me a path because I'm curving my branch around and I want to be able to see it. So this dark green is really going to give me just sort of a shadowy green color in the background. So I'm just going to go ahead and color it. Didn't need to do that little line that I did. It's okay. Now I'm going to take some bright green right over the top of that dark green. And look at that. We are already getting some lovely variety of tone. There we go. So if you guys want to share this out into the world, that would be lovely. Now I can take this dark green and go back in and give it a little bit more color. Let's see, that's looking a little pink. Let's see if we can sort of smooth it out just a smidge. See, sometimes that's what you'll do. You'll set it down, do something else, come back, look at it. What does it look like? It looks like I need to maybe put my white highlights. The Uniball pen, you do need to start it off to get the ink flowing just on another piece of paper. And now I'm just going to touch and drag. I'm not pressing hard, but I'm just pulling through. It's kind of like these little branches were tipped with flocking without being completely flocked. Look at that. All right. Oh, I want to do that topper. So the topper is going to get basically just colored in like a rectangle. And then I will take some of this orange. We're going to warm it up. We're going to make it a little more gold. We're going to take, not that one. Well, maybe the passion fruit. No, I wanted the brown tone. That's Sienna Brown. And maybe I want a darker color underneath there. So let's see if that green actually will work. Going up. Green being the complement color to the red tones. I can actually use that right here on the bottom of the ball. There we go. All right. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I appreciate people taking time on, out of their holiday season. And I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of a highlight. Whoops, start it off on something else first. There we go. Let's see. You know what? I don't like that so much. You let it dry, you can go in with your fingernail and you can scrape it off. I'm not real happy with that much of that being on there. But coming along here and making a little reflected highlight. Coming up here, and it's going to get a bigger, brighter highlight in that pink spot. And I'm going to go like this with my finger while it's still wet and soften it. So then it doesn't look quite so harsh. Oh, that's nice. I like that. And then I might do that up here too. This is almost like putting paint on top. Oh yeah. Okay. So see, I'm going to go like this. Just use your fingernail. Since you're putting the pen on top of wax, I am kind of scraping through the ball a little bit. Whoops. But I want to do this. I want to put that reflection, but I want it to be softened. So I'm just going to soften it out like that. Oh yeah. So see, that's just too stark. So we started off on a piece of paper. That's the trickiest thing with these pens. And then just drag your finger through it. Oh yeah. Woohoo! Okay guys, what do you think of that one? I'm going to go back up here and do the little surgery on that. I'm not real keen on how stark that ended up being. So we just... Ooh, I do. I've got my gold. I've got a gold brush pen. This happens to be the zebra brush pen. Oh, I like that. That's better. And then we'll see if we can... Oh, yeah. And then we can draw through it. We're actually just scraping through using the colored pencil as the scraper, because the ink is still wet. Oh, look at that. Now I have two ornaments. Purple first. This one right here. I think I'm going to throw the green down just to get an idea where it's going to go. And basically all I'm doing is drawing a line and then drawing these lines around it, making it so that it leaves a space for that ornament. These leaves, the pine needles, and then going back in with other colors. Really and truly, this amount of sloppiness really and truly, that's, you know, it can be sloppy. Especially since we're doing it on that wood with the black background. Because look at that. You know, now you've got something that then we could go in and put an ornament. And then we could go back and add more branches, more greenery, whatever. But you can do that on, you don't have to have the wood discs. You could do it on heavy cardstock or watercolor paper and make these, punch a hole in it and use it as gift tags. And even if you put the name on the back of it, it can be hung on the tree also. Put a year, put your name, put their name. So throw a little bit more of that green in the background here. So when we go back in with other colors, it will just pop. I'm going to take the lilac and let's see how these colors start showing up. Ooh, okay. So the lilac purple is showing up. And I'm thinking, that might be a color that I drop here in the highlight area also. I like that. I like that a lot. So there we go. Now we're taking the that darker purple in, blending it into that edge. And just because I'm doing different colors, I can still look at this to know where it should be, you know, darker, lighter, middle tone. Truthfully, 3 tones, you can do the whole thing. So I've got my dark, I've got my light. So dark, light, and actually I think my middle is going to maybe be orchid. Let's see what that does. It looks so rich going on top of this black paint. And then we'll take white over it. Yeah, this orchid works out to be kind of a middle tone. And you just start working it into the wood and letting it build up enough so that the colors start blending over each other. And the kind of cool thing here is that the circular pattern of the wood ended up being right there. So I might have to shift my highlight. And that's okay. Neat thing here, you can just adjust. Just adjust as you need to. Deep, rich purple. I'm going to bring that dark down just a little bit. When we put the white on is when the lights go on, right? So I'm actually going to take, yeah, I'll just use the white. And I'm going to put my highlight. And now these were not actually made, these pencils were not actually made for coloring this way. So I am grinding it down a bit, wearing it down on the wood. But it's working really well. Right. Giving it a little bit of this highlight that sort of just appears down around that outside edge. And then I'm going to go back in. I think maybe I'll just grab the pink to use as my sort of my little blending pencil. They don't have a colorless blender, so when you're blending, taking a lighter tone in your colorway and just blend it together. I like that. Wow. So I think we're going to go ahead and put that white on here. Put the white on and then smudge it with the finger. I think that really worked well. I didn't start it off the ooh, yeah. And then I think there's going to be a little bit of the white right up here and just smudge around. Oh, that's, yeah. Okay, so it's always fun when you come up with a trick that works out. Now, I do want to put, let's see, hanger kind of up, back that way. I'm going to try it with the copper pencil and see if that gives us, I don't think we're going to get enough of a, nah, not really. I can see it, but I don't think you can. Yes, just a little tiny bit. I think I will grab the, let's see, is that kind of a copper? What color? I'm not sure what that color is, but it's kind of a, oh, it is. It's copper. So I think this time I'm going to sort of put it in, leaving that little edge with the splits. There we go. Oh, that worked. Oh, that worked out really well. See, I had to look up at the screen to see what it looked like. I think purple was a lovely choice. I'm going to take this pink right up along that edge and just sort of soften that just a smidge. One thing that I have found is that working with colored pencils is a lot like working with paint. You're going to do layers, you're going to do multiple colors, you're going to blend. Oh, but this just makes me so happy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit of a brighter green in. Start layering up those little green branches. And a touch of that dark again. And a bit, see, I'm dropping these colors. I don't really want orange. I want the ochre. The yellow ochre. Because you get those sort of yellow ochre-y bits sometimes on your trees. There we go. And then a little bit of highlight on just a few of these little pine needle-y bits. And where'd my piece of paper go? There it is. Oh yeah, there, see? Give it a few little pen swishes, and then just swipe your finger through it. Just blur the line just a little bit. And I think this might have just a tiny touch of a highlight on that. Not a lot, just a little bit. Oh. All right, guys, purple done. So we've got black cherry and grape. Oh, maybe I want just a little bit, not quite so bright right there. Let's break it down just a bit. There. Knock it back a little bit. There we are. All right, and now blue with a silvery shimmer to it. Ooh, this one's a lot lighter. This one's it's going to be interesting to see how this works on top of the black. I do want to make sure that the hole is going up. There we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and a lightish color of blue. It's going to fill most of this. There's going to be very little bit of greenery, if any, just because of the shape of this ornament, the wood slice. And you know, sometimes you just have to work with what you've got. I'm going to go ahead and give it this This is sort of my middle tone. It's not my darkest tone. It's not my lightest tone. Just give it a base coat, first layer. There we go. Okay, I went a little wide. There. So we've got the blue down. Definitely. All right. I'm happy that happy to say that, yes, that would make me happy. Now that I know how to do it, oh my goodness, it was a journey getting here today. About 2 hours before I decided 2 hours before this started is when I decided, oh, I'll do a live today. And I haven't done a live on Facebook before I have, but it was straight from my phone. Let's see, I needed some more blue. Sometimes you grab colors and you're like, I don't know that I got all the colors I needed. Indigo. Indigo. And every time I hear the word indigo, my brain goes straight to the Princess Bride and Inigo Montoya. There we go. Ah, yes, the indigo blue. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Because like I said, I'm having a nice time. And, you know, it could be that I end up doing these and not even talking very much and just start doing... Oh, that's looking good. Just start doing the lives sort of like studio time. Have you guys come along in my studio with me as I'm just playing? Ooh. That's looking good. That is making me happy. So let's see. I think just going to go like... Now the silver is pretty. And it does show on the black. I think this would be really nice on top of a black paper. I don't know. It's not showing up so much on top of the blue though. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and I think we're moving our highlight almost dead center on this one. So we're just going to go in and lay down some of that pigment ink. I'm trying to not dig into the colored pencil. There. Along this edge. Oh, there we go. Along this edge. It's amazing what just a couple little highlights can do for you. There might even be a little bit more of a highlight on this one over here. Just a soft gloss type highlight. Oh, there. Okay, that's making me happy. We're getting that sort of magic that happens when you start layering up your glossy, shiny. Look at that. All right, grab the, is there a silver? Might be doing that copper on this one. Oh, I don't want copper on that one. Thought that there was a silver shine. Oh, there is. Silver topper. So this is the, again, the zebra brush pens. Metallic. Like that. Just sort of get the top on that. Leaving spaces for that spreading apart that happens. Then I'm going to take just a pencil and give it a little bit of that texture just to bring it up just a little bit. Oh, wow. So there. Again, these are great for putting onto kids' trees because they're not going to break, but they're shiny, they're pretty, they give you that idea of the Christmas balls without being dangerous. Now they do have, they are from live branches. They did have bark. They do have bark on them, and if kids get in there and start picking at it, you can flake the bark off. So if you were doing this for small children that might be playing with them, I would definitely probably brush them first and take all the bark off. A little bit of green. We're just going to just give an indication, just an idea that there might be something back here. I'm not really doing a full-on branch. I'm just sort of giving an out of focus bit of color back here. Just a little out of focus. There. Just a tiny bit. I want to... All right. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I think that this is probably it for now. I have been having a blast. Remember that you guys are... Thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you all. I want to thank you for taking time out of your holiday season to spend time with me. And if you're interested in more live shows, leave me a comment and tell me if you're interested or not, because I want to do more, but only if you guys want to see them. And if you have any suggestions for things you would like to see me do, leave those in the comments below. Thank you, and remember to go out and do something creative. Take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. And I hope to see you back here again really soon. Bye-bye.